Hey guys, it's me, Gamma Mickey, and it is day number 2 of having my grandbuddy here. And today I am going to go see a movie, and we're going to talk about it today. So let's go do that. So I got me some dinner here for this new mommy and daddy and the baby. And then I'm going to the movies. So let's drop this off. We'll go get some baby cuddles. And then we're going to go to the movies. Normally, this long walk in the last couple days would really hurt my knee. As you guys know, if you've seen any of our other YouTube videos, especially the ones in Disney World, I have a weight issue which causes knee problems, which causes me to ride scooters in the Disney parks. So my husband's been having arthritis problems in his hip. I think we're just getting old. So I stopped at a CBD store and I picked me up some lotion. Never done this before. Put it on my knee. It really works. I am planning on really taking my weight issues seriously for my birthday this year. And that's going to be a whole journey that we're going to do on here together. I am going to highly pursue something to do some drastic changes about my weight. Possibly surgery. So that will be a vlog for a future time. Anyway, just want to say, shocked by the CBD lotions. I'll tell you guys what kind it is and what it's all about, but it does stink. So I got 2 different ones, one that smells pretty minty and then the other one that smells really kind of stanky. But the stanky one, done wonders. Looks like he's booby milk happy. Mm-hmm. He's not going to be very happy here pretty soon when they put him in that water. So I don't know if I'm going to stay for that. Okay, bye, buddy. You're so precious. I love you. It's like, see ya. Okay, bye, guys. All right, so I got my little baby Snuggles. He's getting ready to have his first bath, and I don't want to take that away from the happy mommy and daddy. They need to experience all those first things together on their own and not have this old grandma up in their business. Anyway, so I was telling her about what movies that were out and what to pick from, and she's like, oh man, in a couple weeks, Inside Out 2 is going to be here. So we gonna see that together too. Definitely, because that first one, loved it. I did watch Wish with Aubrey when we were at a dance competition, and I have not edited that vlog yet, so I will leave that for that vlog where you can go check that out, and I'll leave the link down in the description below. And if you're new to my YouTube channel, welcome. I'm Mickey. This is my magical life. Being a grandma, an old lady, loving Disney and going to Disney parks. And then I used to run a dance studio, so we have that life too, where we go to dance competitions and just general stuff. Trying to give a little bit of hope and positivity to the world, even through your darkest days. So if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. It really does help me out and keep being motivated to make more content every day for you guys. to go in. Got a few movies that are coming out I want to go see again. There's like Twister coming out, Mufasa. I didn't even realize they were doing that. So maybe this could be like a thing. Let me know down in the comments below if you're into like having me come and we go to a movie together once a week and check out what the latest movies are and get my thoughts on them, and that'd be fun. Okay. D. Four. Well, this is a pretty good spot. So I'm the only one in here right now. I did see that other people did buy tickets, so I won't be alone in the theater, but for right now, this is what it's like. I love these chairs. These chairs are amazing. Way different experience watching movies today in a theater than it was when I was a kid. And very first movie I ever saw in a theater without my mom and dad. Well, first movie I ever saw in a theater with my mom was Cinderella. Second movie I ever saw in a theater without my mom and dad, I was 7 years old, and it was Star Wars. And I got to sit in the very front row, and I fell in love with the movies from that moment. And been a huge movie buff ever since. And I love film. That's how I got into doing YouTube, is because I was into independent filmmaking and made a couple TV shows and independent films myself. I got a really bad score on Rotten Tomatoes for one of my movies. Tried to do a horror movie, was not so great, but yeah. I did enjoy making the TV shows that we did, and then those were just local television shows. And Courtney actually wrote a TV series that was produced here in Topeka, and we had 6 episodes that aired in Topeka, and it was a teen drama called Broken Road. And that was pretty amazing. Met a lot of people in the industry because of our independent filmmaking days, and I loved it. I loved pursuing that stuff. And it just made me really appreciate the whole process that's involved in making films and why I love films. So I don't look at just movies just based on like what the show is. I also look at other things as well, like the cinematography, the costuming, the music choices, the editing, all of that. Oh, theater just turned on. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys watch the trailer for this. And then after the film, I will give you my final thoughts.
Hello. Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water.
Amy, you got a voice. But it's one of the best I've ever heard. I like your tattoo.
I like yours.
You got an eye for the bad boys, Amy Whinehouse.
Thanks, man.
Stop making a fool.
You need to know this. I ain't no Spice Girl.
What do you think?
It's magnificent.
From primary school to sell-out concerts.
I get Amy calls. There's stories about her kicking off all over Camden. I think she'll be all right.
I promise I'm fine. I need to live my songs. So that's what I'm going to go and do.
And my tears dry. Get on without my...
I don't write songs to be famous. I've got to make something good out of something bad.
We only said goodbye.
Amy, get back here.
I want people to hear my voice and just forget their troubles for 5 minutes.
I love you.
I want to be remembered. just being me.
Okay, just got done watching that movie. It was tough. It was tough watching that film. Thought a lot about Billy. And not because of singing or music or any of that. Just heartbreaking. We're going to talk about two aspects of this. One, the film itself, what I thought of the film, and two, who Amy Whinehouse was and why it made me think of Billy.
All right, 196, second window.
Okie dokie. Getting me a Diet Coke here at McDonald's. It is really dark tonight. As a movie. 3.5 stars out of 5. Costuming was great. Filming was great. The story was flat. Like, there's so much more they could have done to like make you empathize a little bit more with Amy's story. Like, they just were so... I thought the acting was phenomenal, but I'm telling you, the story could have been so much more intense. It was too surfaced, too on the... It wasn't deep enough, wasn't gritty enough. They kind of wrapped it up too much into a perfect little movie story bow and not really get into telling her story. Glossed over the drugs and alcohol, which they could have gotten way more deeper into that. I think she drank herself to death. I don't think she just randomly had a binge, and then I think she literally drank herself to death. I think she's kind of like Billy in that aspect, where I don't think that either he or her like intentionally went into the thought process of like, yes, I'm gonna go do this again. And here, I'll tell you in a second. Let me get my Diet Coke. Got it. Okay, so I don't want to get too deep into this and whatever, but I do think that people that suffer with mental health issues, that are very depressed, that do not know how to pick themselves out of ruts, and then on top of that you couple alcoholism and addictive behaviors on all of that, it makes it really, really hard for them to not self-destruct in some shape or form. I heard drops and hints of the fact that, and it showed her, they never really talk about her mental health. I wish they would have, because to me, she seemed like she had BPD. I'm not gonna lie. And that's what Billy had. The fact that she was very abusive to her partner or to her husband or whatever, in her alcohol rages and fits and didn't remember things, that was a lot like what Billy went through. The self-harming. Hold on. I'm gonna pull over real quick and get in this parking lot over here by Dutch Bros and wrap this up, and then that way I can drive home. This parking lot is totally empty. Like, look, I think there's one car in the entire parking lot. You see that? So empty. It's crazy. And here's the Dutch Bros. My phone looks really greasy. Hold on a minute. It's a little better. Okay, so let's wrap this up. I really do think I feel like Billy and her suffered a great deal for their alcoholism, their addictive behaviors, possibly it sounded like she was self-harming in there too, and very well possible she had some of the other things that Billy had with his BPD. Ultimately, the full gist of the story, and Billy's story too, is that people with mental health issues that end up like Billy and her did, where it was drug overdose or alcohol overdose or by their own hand. I think the sad story, the ultimate sad story of all of those cases is that they just want to be loved. Loved for their music, loved by a parent who didn't appreciate them in some stories, loved by another person. They just really, really want to be loved. And I think that they could have told that story for Amy a little bit better. They kind of brushed over it. They kind of made the guy that she was in love with seem like a douchebag, but I think there was definitely way more involved in that. They could have gone deeper in that. Like it could have came off with a very like A Star Is Born kind of vibe with, if you've ever seen that movie, not the newer one that has Lady Gaga, but the old original one with Barbara Streisand and Chris Christopherson. Like that story is a love story, a heartbroken love story. And I think that's kind of what it was with Amy and her husband, but they didn't show it that way in the movie at all. They almost kind of gave her this whole like high schooly girly, and him, like there was just no real connection in the film. So they missed the mark on that one. They missed the mark on, they just made it seem like her music to her was like, I'm just gonna call people out with her music. And I don't think that's what it was. I think there was a real love for jazz music and for old rock and roll and old history. I did love those little elements that they put in that, but I think that just was who she was. But they could have gone even deeper. Definitely could have gone a little bit more in depth with the whole Nana story. And I think that was part of the problem for her too, is that that was her, like she said in the movie, that was her icon. So compared to other old movies that are biopic stories about singers and stuff, this was not one of my favorites. Definitely. I probably will never see this movie again. It was not in the top realm at all of something that I want to rewatch or relive. Her music, phenomenal. I did not realize Valerie was her song. And I've heard that played quite a bit this season in dance competition. And even I think No Boundaries used that for a tap routine this year. Love that song. I had no idea that was Amy Whinehouse. So I learned that tonight. But yeah, as a whole, as the film, it was 3.5 maybe. Would I pay money to go see it again in the theater? Maybe, because I liked seeing movies that are biopics in a theater, and I loved the music and things like that. So that part of it would have been cool. Is it anywhere compared to a Selena kind of documentary? No. That was the one thing that I loved about Selena, and why she is like, her and Coal Miner's Daughter are like the two most favorite biopics I've ever watched of all time, because the family or whoever told the story really told the story of that person and their lows and their highs and their core being. They didn't just brush over it. So that's where they missed it on that. So could have been a great story though. Could have been way more in depth and stuff. I hate seeing young people be that heartbroken and, you know, and their lives so young. God, so young. It's heartbreaking. And, yeah. Anyway, that's the wrap up for this film. And I enjoyed going to the theater again. Haven't done that in a long time. I enjoyed the popcorn and being in that theater. I do need to, if I'm going to do that again, though, I need to wear something warmer because it got cold in there. I was kind of chilly. But if there's a movie that you want me to go watch and review, please leave it down in the comments below. Let me know if you've seen this new movie with Amy Whinehouse, about Amy Whinehouse, and what you thought of it. And like I said before, if you want me to do more movie reviews, let's go do them. Let me know down in the comments and we'll try it again. And yeah, I'll go try and watch whatever anybody suggests down in the comments below next Friday. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. I've kicked off my week or my weekend pretty amazingly with my new grand buddy. And I get to see Abby tomorrow. I haven't seen her in like 2 days. Has it been 2 days? Since Tommy has been born. And I miss her. So I get to go see her tomorrow. We're going to go get stuff for her little turtle she found in the creek. And make her a turtle aquarium. And then this is dance week for us. Trying to get things settled with the dance studio. And then we start getting ready for nationals. In the meantime, I'm just going to keep coming up with these vlogs, posting them up here, giving you guys just a little insider into my life and bringing you a little bit of magic, I hope. So, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.